Hi everyone. Hello. How's everyone doing? We're gonna go ahead and continue. Yes, it is only for members, and it can only be seen by members. Also, why is there no audio? Why no audio? It is very low. But yes, we will eventually have one for subscribers as well. But since we're coming in, we're making sure that we're easing into it. There we go. That's a lot better. That's a lot better. Nathan, hello. Maybe a bit too better. Let me lower that slightly for me. There we go. We were on OS 8, I believe. So our goal is to at least do these two. If we're lucky. If we're lucky, we'll do like one part of this. We will see. We will see. I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Because there's a lot to go through. We can pray for at least one short one. Watch them all be short now. Watch this like just go through in an hour. No, not yet. I am gonna have to spark her. I'm just not trying to use any more rolls. I'm just trying to get the free one and then like whatever. I'm gonna spark her. I have... what, like 4 or 5 rolls left? How many days are there left? That's how many I have left. So... we'll see! We'll see! That's where we're at. I told you, I'm gonna have a full pot of a brother and I'm gonna have one her. Punchy, hello! Welcome in! The empty silent leaves feeling colder than ever. The reporter's heavy bag slows her down. Her footsteps upon the snow clear for all to hear. Less people than before, even here. She's not here right now. No fluffy wife yet. But it's okay. It'll transform. Don't say that. Watch me like accidentally hit it. I would cry. Miss, sorry to bother you. Can I ask you a few quick questions? About? Right now, Carlin Trade. I'd rather not to have to hear that name. Silenciotis needs to come out and go over why he signed those agreements already. Yeah. Oh no, I'm aware. Don't worry. I mean, if I get Premantics on the, like, 299th pull, I'd be happy because that means I'm just gonna have another Wizdell. I'm okay with that. That wouldn't be tragic for me. I have more Wizadell. That's a win. What are you talking about? Resources for development? What rubbish. All we got on our resources was catastrophe. How's he gonna explain that, huh? My wife. My true wife. Ryan, hello! Yeah, there was gonna be the, ARKNIGHTS 7th anniversary stream. Was there a leak already? Okay, so Junk Nate, I'm gonna go through this really quickly. It's okay, Nathan. You will learn. You will learn of the Church of the Roach. So, the only reason why I came back to ARKNIGHTS, I say come back because I played it. There were too many tutorials. I never touched it again. This was on a release. Effie, like, encouraged me to try it. I couldn't get past the tutorials. I was like, nah, this isn't for me. But then, the art came out of W. And I was like, who is this creature? Who is this girl? And then I was like, alright, okay. I'll play this game. I'll play this funny little game. And I played it. I was super excited. Showed it to Effie and he's like, yeah, we played that already. We played it on release. And like Wizadell's my girl. She made sure I'm into ARKNIGHTS. She made sure I'm right here, right now. Completely unaware of the fact that I had played before. And I did not care because at the end of the day, it was for W. And I made sure to get W. And then I was like, okay, I'm happy. We're all good. We're all good. And then I made sure to get Wizadell. So if I got another Wizadell, my life would be complete. I'm okay. I'll be perfectly fine with that. I will spark as many Wizadells as I need to eventually. By the time the reporter finishes digesting the lady's angry words, she has already long since left with a swish of her cloak. Excuse me, sir. Ah, you're one of those reporters from Victoria. Yigger's not been the kindest place lately. Even us local preferred holding up at home. You best take care. It's times like these where I can't be afraid. Otherwise, I'm not fit to hold this camera. But thanks for the heads up anyhow. What I'd like to know is, how do you see Enciotis right now, in your honest opinion? Sorry, miss. I think he's cheated Yirag, but Victoria's worth doubting too. You don't have the roach maxed? Nah. Because I will not... Look, man. I, at most, when I had the most disposable income, I barely even touched dolphin. I can't be whale, much less Leviathan. I can't do that. I was happy with one copy, and then I took her straight into my office. I was okay with that. I'm perfectly content with that. Taylor, hello! I've seen how big the changes here have been this past few years. If you said Enciotis hadn't had any difficulty making those changes, then I'd say you're wrong. If only the great elder of the court would come out and say a few words, it'd all be fine. Couple lies I tell myself. Look, man. If I could wail, I probably would. I can't, so I don't. I don't have that kind of income. Maybe one day, but like... I can't do it right now. A stone flies past the tip of the reporter's nose all of a sudden, smashing the store window behind her. Get out of Yirag, Victorian scum! Enciotis, the Vine Bean Court, us. We've all got nothing to do with you. Still got the stones to take pictures? Get the fine off our land already! Nothing has left her complicated feelings more than this moment. She has seen the ordinary people Yirag slowly become more mistrustful, more on edge. Yet she's also seen once trusted members of the camera crew sneak into her room to inspect her drafts and camera over and over. The stream crashed. You know what? At least it's like scuff on your end and not mine, so fingers crossed. Do I consider myself a sarcasm? I think if I was in the world of Arknights, if I was on Terra, I would be considered one. Outside of that, I'm just a little guy. As the man picks up yet another stone, she bows goodbye to the interviewee and runs away from the scene. It seems her only choice is to escape, but to escape to where? Yeah, my race is little guy. That's just on my file. Are you Victorian, miss? Oh, hello there. Do you hate Victoria? Nope, I don't. A dirty little hand reaches out to her with a piece of stale Victorian bread sitting on the palm. But my papa told me to throw these all away. He said we wouldn't have any Victorian charity in our house. Then... But Yerigan taught us to love our neighbor and repay kindness with kindness. So, I wanted to give it back to you. As she watches the child hurry away, the reporter feels as the dry bread in her hand is choking her throat. Her eyelids tremble, and she clenches her teeth. Hey, yo! Somebody straight just knocked her out? Get her in the car. Don't let anyone see. That is the last thing she remembers hearing before she loses consciousness. And then we just go to Harold and Silverash? I'm gonna report her out. She's gonna need her teleportation, not time travel powers. Because, like, she's going through it right now. Sorry for bothering you with another visit, Mr. Silverash. Perhaps you would rather be seeing some other pretty face during all this hubbub. There is no need to be so humble. Yerag is indebted to you for your care, and I had hoped for the chance to express my gratitude. Hardly, hardly. Seems my long-awaited return has left me awash with turning emotion once more. I would like nothing more than to be the bearer of good news every time I come over, before throwing my old bones into the mountains for some peace and quiet. But life is a fickle thing, and it demands we improvise, does it not? I do believe you're going to give me some bad news, Lord Viscount, but not in the name of Castor. I'd rather not get mixed up with that old lady's affairs again. Though, based on what you went on the last time I was here, it was her who doesn't want to get mixed up with me. With all that said, my lord. Ah, yes, on to business. I know you're a busy man. I am here to bid you farewell, Mr. Silverash. If the recent shift in public opinion against Victoria has troubled you, then I can... No, nothing of the sort. I had hoped that old Castor was also reaching the age where she spoke from the heart. That tends to bring a big sweetness to the tongue, no? But as you can see, things have come to this. Though I may see a Matoto daughter these days, I still find myself compelled to ask you one thing. Is there truly no other way? No, this man, he's married. He's one of the few, like, operators we know for a fact has a wife and kids. Like, this man is a family man. He's just so in tune with, like, being so flamboyant that he doesn't care that it doesn't align with his sexuality. He's alright with that. Yeah, Harold's a good guy. He's just flamboyant. What's up with Harold? Harold's getting the hell out of here. I can't blame him. Punchy, you didn't have to do that. Hey, Woofy and Nathan got one. Thank you, but you really don't have to, Punchy. You know her plans involve more than just a few minds, my lord. From the moment she laid hands on Encia, this negotiation has become wholly unacceptable to me. So how do you plan to handle her? Are you really prepared to cross swords with her? You know better than I that if we do not keep the idea of crossing swords on the table, then Yerag may as well already be in her pocket. Oh, my bad. The gang's gonna be all green if a Punchy keeps dropping the gifties. More members. Remember to join in on the raffle. Of course I do. What to say? Knowing how the old lady is, she will never let you off your little tough go on now that's reached this stage. I truly am worried for you, Sir Enciotis. Whatever shall you do next? What is there to do but seize the opportunity? Since you have mentioned her, you're also an old acquaintance of our case, are you not? Me? Hardly know her. We have to stop Arson from raining terror? Bold of you to assume that. Arson has stolen all the gacha luck, and I've tried to stop him. A few years back, we'd chat about family matters, and she'd always grumble to me about how none of the young casters were worth a damn. The less useful they turn out to be, the more hasty she gets in doing things. Who would have guessed that she was known for as a complete enigma in her youth? I had a brief encounter with her grace a decade ago or so. Her grandeur strikes me even now. It's 3 chosen. At least we have 2 spots left. Somehow it just is him all over again. The more green, the less arson. Look, man, he somehow uses his mod's power. What's the raffle for? So because I don't do members only streams, since I'm kind of iffy on that, I try to give art every now and then. And now that I'm feeling better, what we're doing is we're doing chibi profile pictures. So basically, 3 people will be selected, and we'll be doing that on stream. Because I do want to give back to the sinners who are members. Because, I mean, you guys did not have to. And I do want to make sure you guys receive something for it. No need to button her up to me. You're more than welcome to change your selection. As long as you change it before the raffle date, which I think is on Saturday that we're going to go ahead and do that, Saturday after stream, you're more than welcome to. I'm fully aware that her high and mighty noble posturing is something that she can never change. No matter how many schemes are brewing behind the scenes, one must always keep one face haughty and dignified. Well, that's that. I'm sure your people have more urgent things to trouble you with. I should be heading off right now. This talk of yours has been productive, my lord. I hope we'll have more suitable opportunity in the future to invite you to Yedug. Couldn't ask for better. Ren, welcome in! No, I'm not gonna do it on stream. I'll probably do it off of stream. Mostly because, well, first of all, it depends. Maybe I'll do it on stream. I don't know. We'll see. But chances are it'll be off stream. And then if Arson wins, we can rig it against him. Yes, put your option in the poll post. Because that way I know exactly what it is. If you just thought, if you just think punchy, I'm just gonna be like, oh, okay, that's not a choice. You go ahead and edit your comment. Just remember, you can edit your comment. Don't put an extra comment, that's all I ask. That way I know exactly which one it is. But like I said, you can edit your comment until, what is it, Saturday? Ah, yes. Yeah, if you want to say, like, extra vote for Punchy's choice, I mean, you can. When you see her grace, by no means tell her I've been calling her old behind her back. I would never loan Viscount. Attaboy. I, too, am really looking forward for the chance to visit Yedug again. It's too late. He's edited his post to say exactly that. You've been rigging it for you. Yes, nobody saw us. It was no trouble, matriarch. Your requests might... I'll bring over right away. Hey, wakey wakey! I was at... Half a day's sleep not enough for you? Get up! Our matriarch thinks she wants to ask you. What? Who brought me here? How long will it take you to learn the gentle touch? I'm sorry. Matriarch, it's gonna be— Yes! Yes! My girl's back! I knew it! I knew it! Why are we putting Arson in rigging? Arson, for some reason, kept winning. And, like, it felt like it was rigged. Because I was like, the first time, like, whatever, okay, no big deal. And then the second time happened, and I'm like, this looks suspicious. He's my mod. But, like, he pays for the membership. But I'm like, this feels bad. This feels stinky. So, as much as I will not disqualify him. If he wins, he wins. But at the same time, Arson, if you were here, I'm sorry. I'm voting against him. I'm hoping anyone but him, because it looks bad. It looks horrendous. So, fingers crossed. I hope I win because fuck all of you. This is not fair. Yeah, he won 3 times in a row. And then I think, like, Punchy won. If someone wins 2 times in a row, they should go on a cooldown. I don't even want to do that because, like, he pays for the membership. I mean, dogpiled for what? For entering the contest? For enjoying a delectable Chinese meal? Oh, man. A chibi of a mod holding it. I think it would just be a sinner with that. I don't know if I would get in trouble for that with YouTube, though, so... That is the one thing I request. A delectable Chinese meal! I love that video so much. You win as many times as you can get away with it. But yeah, for that reason, I made sure to do 3. We're not doing entire artwork. We're doing chibi profile pictures, and there's going to be at least 3. So, like, if Arson wins, at least there's 2 others. Look, man. We had to, like, stop his reign of terror, okay? Hey, you awake yet? Not thrashing about, unless you feel the ropes around your wrist aren't chafing enough. Ah, Rathatos. Matriarch Rathatos. I thought you were... Not a single burn on me. Real surprising, isn't it? When you get the chance, tell your colleagues that when dealing with the Browntails, best check the room for tricks. My colleagues? How do you stop the terror? By just hoping he doesn't win. Nathan, you can vote for that. You absolutely can go ahead and do that. Strat, you can't accept this. You can't accept this! Genuinely fucked up. I'm sorry, Arson. I'm sorry, man. Be honest now, my little spy. What were you hoping to capture on that camera of yours all those days you were sneaking about? Wait, what? No, you misunderstand me, madame. How could I be a spy? That's what all the other spies we got said too. The guards rifle about the reporter's back and throw its contents to the floor. The photos she's taken and developed the past few days. We wouldn't care much about you if you took those pictures of local traditions or even patrolling guards. But you didn't hesitate before taking a bunch of pictures of Vinebead Court. You even went on a few mountains, clicking that shutter of yours. Didn't think I'd know anything. Matriarch Rathatos, whether you believe me or not, I really am nothing more than a regular reporter. If I was a spy, why would I be walking around with all this evidence on me? With all this chaos going on right now, I could have easily given it to my colleagues at the TV station. That's what you need to explain. Fact of the matter is, you were carrying a great deal of suspicious material, and had a very strange itinerary. How do I know you weren't trying to flee? Dude, that video is so good. It's so stupid. I love it so much. Because I'm trying to protect that material. The Duke of Castor wants to control over the public opinion. The news office sent people to join the camera crew. And they've been sneaking into my room to edit my pictures. If I didn't try to get away, most of them would have been confiscated, maybe even used to misrepresent things here. Everything they do is to whitewash Victoria trying to strong-arm its way into Yedog. If you think these pictures will be any use to Yedog, you can have them all. I just want you to release them, to let more people know what's going on here. It doesn't need Victoria's support, but real, actual help. That might be tricky. Is Enciotis able to take a call right now? Oh god, oh no. I don't want the answer to that one. He has more pressing matters to handle, so he sent me a support. After my lovely funeral, I handed the spies we captured over to him. According to our agreement, he was supposed to send backup. And in the end, he only sent one woman, even if she is the Black Knight. Look, man, I will take her over an entire army. Not sure if I can call him generous or stingy here. So, what's his plan for dealing with Castor? We're still gathering information on an enemy. I was also sent here to help with your interrogations. Yeah, she beats a whole army! She's so much better! Exactly! The most critical thing to find out now. So if this report has taken any photos of the things in the mountain. Ah yes, our little friend here. I can untie your restraints, but first you need to promise me you'll answer all my questions. That sound alright to you? She's built for me. Oh, it was a shorty! There is a chance we finish OS 9 first. Yeah, you know what? I too would let her win. What's the point of having armies when one operator can wipe out nations? Power scaling? You still want an army, but like, that army isn't gonna do anything over an atomic bomb. You can ask actually the same thing in real life. What's the point of having armies when, like, there's nuclear weapons? You don't want to always take in the, like, one operator that can wipe everything out either. She's very powerful, but there's only one of her. Exactly. Effie and I, same brain cell. She can only do so much. And not only that, if you start wearing her thin, she's not gonna be that powerful. She's gonna be exhausted and resentful. They could have people just as strong. Oh, they do. They absolutely do. But at the same time, there's only like one of that person. You have a limit to like super powerful people. And if you have too many super powerful people, those just become normal powerful people, not super powerful. An empty office. Nos is unused to the sight. He walks to his desk. Under his mug, filled with steaming hot fresh coffee, is a document with Enciota's signature. Yeah, you're gonna protect your strongest piece. Yeah, it's like DBZ. When you're all powerful, no one's really powerful. Letter of appointment. In which case you form an army. And then, like, you find someone that's super powerful, then you're like, ah, damn, the army's not gonna do anything about this. Would have killed you to come over and say goodbye? It is signed. You know how risky this is. Minerals and land are inseparable. We shall bypass the Vinebead Court and sign cooperative mining agreements with foreign nations ourselves. I like how Serendona River was still there because you could not replace it. You were like, you got the entire Yedog song and then just that, you couldn't replace it. You should have done Originium Rivers! What were you doing, Strat? Originium Rivers is right there! You were so close to greatness. So close. This will cause a lot of headaches for us in the future. If we do not pay them with their pound of flesh now to close the gap, they shall simply demand much more from us later. This is the lowest price we're able to bear. Your calculations are rather optimistic, Enciotis. And you've always been less optimistic than I, no matter the topic. Which means most times, you have been able to walk further than me. Bold of you to assume I'm good with geography. But you could have changed it! Originally, like, it still would have just fit there, man. I don't think we have, like, any name of any river in, Terra. And I would tell you, if my entire package, including my Terra information book, wasn't stuck at customs again! I'm crashing out. I'm so okay, I'm gonna complain really quick. I'm sorry, I keep getting off topic. But, like, it clears customs, and then one day later, it goes back into customs, and I'm gonna die. I want my book! I want my lore book! Pay your tariffs? I paid my tariffs! I shouldn't have to, it's stupid! It's a fucking art book! But no! I paid the tariff! I made sure to do that, and it still won't get to me! They're 100% reading the whole thing? Well, can they let me know what's in it? I just want... I don't even have my teacup. I don't have my teacup. I don't have my thorn splash. I have nothing. I'm so upset. I keep checking, and then it's just no updates, and I'm just like, okay. And I'm just begging that they don't destroy it. That's all I want, is for them to actually give it to me. I know! I'm like cuddling with thorns! No! He's stuck in customs! They stopped him for his skin color! It's horrible! Okay, I'm gonna continue. If it wasn't for that optimism of yours, I would have not had the confidence to take a single step in the darkness. Huh. It's been a long while since I heard such praise from you. Go, see your plans through, Gnosis. He really is, and it's not fair. Like, out of all the things that you could have stopped, you stopped the one thing that I've been so excited for. You see what you've done, Strat? You should have gotten it correct. You should have done it correct. Now look at where we are. I am devastated. He just wanted to reach the sea, man. He just wanted to do that. But no. Also, I should take the Thorns plush to the beach. This is completely off topic, but man. They really don't want me to get my stuff. I wanted to have, like, a nice cup of tea. Just curl up, read my art book, read my lore book, enjoy myself. But no. No, I can't have that. Everyone from middle management and above is here. We can start with the camera anytime. Begin recording. Yes, sir. What is today's announcement about? I have gathered you all here today to announce a major change in personnel. As of today, Ancioda Silverash will no longer serve as chairman and CEO of Carlin Trade. Ancioda admits all responsibility for recent occupational incidents and has resigned. The board of directors has already ratified his request. Nathan, you take that back. Yes, he is unemployed because he's also now part of the board. At the same time, the board has decided that I, Gnosis Edelweiss, will take over all of Ancioda's duty. Now, allow me to make the first proclamation of Carlin's Trade New Era as representative of the board to all our colleagues and to the people of Yerag. Carlin Trade shall be ceasing all collaboration with Victoria. As for the many past agreements that Ancioda has insisted on signing, they should all be temporarily paused until the board has decided on further courses of action. I'll get it tomorrow. We are going to have blind faith that I get it tomorrow. At this extraordinary time, I asked all our colleagues to work at their post, to keep the development in Yerag at the forefront of their minds, and to sweep away the lingering problems of the past. Oh my god, it's over. My crash out took everything out of me. Yerag needs us. Who's in jail? Wake up. We're here for our shift. Sure took your time. First time we've been here. Had to find the place. This been a lot of trouble? Most of them aren't talking much. Just mind the lead geezer. Which one's he? Isn't the Vinebead Courts all geezers? Everyone burst out in laughter before heading off, leaving just the 2 guards to their shift. Okay! So they're in jail? No, it's the Vinebead Court. Because remember, he had them taken away. I thought that they would be put in, like, some ritzy place, not, like, immediately put into, like, behind bars, awaiting trial. You should ease that up a bit. How could you disrespect the elders like that? You're from Yerag too, right? Still sticking up for him? It was this bunch of Shidrak who got us into this mess. Shut it. You got a death wish? The 2 guards look towards the elder Ardso. As he sits within his cell, he is focused on a thick tome in his hand, playing with the corner of its pages as he thinks. All's good. What are you so afraid of? They've been talking big for centuries now, but it's not like the courts managed to flip Yerag upside down, have they? Also, it is crazy that this is all happening, and Anya's kind of on her own big adventure, and, like, she's doing her own stuff. Very, very important stuff. Don't get me wrong. But the entire Vinebead Court is being flipped on its head. And she's not even there to be like, damn. They're the Visarts of Yerigander. Even if you don't respect the elders, you should still respect her. What's the court done that the guy like me needs to respect them? When my mom was sick, the clerics picked some grass for her to eat. Made me pray to the grass, saying it would bring Yegander's protection. You hate the hyper-realistic jail? What, you don't like them with their little ears being in the hyper-realistic jail? In the end, we brought her to one of the Carlin Trades doctor. He told me if we had kept her going on the cleric's treatment plan, she would have lasted another day. I'd say the real Visar Silenciotis. The scholar known as Gureng was an abundant of a follower and did much good. Out of resentment, evil men accused him of stealing courtly coin, and he was to be put to death in a few days hence. Gureng's limbs were bound tight, and at night he heard the clattering of soldier swords. He knew his death was near, and in his heart he was anguished. This is... Guess I found which geezer to look out for. The guard raises his baton as he approaches Adso's cell, striking the bars over and over. Adso does not stop his recitation as he looks at the guards calmly. They looked the same! It's almost like they use the same art for it. Hey, Greybeard! Shut your mouth while you're in that cell. Think about how you're going to explain that all your sins to Yerigander when you've met her. Gorin looked up and saw no light. In his futility, he knelt upon the straw lining his cell, in supplication to her. O righteous Yerigander, have I not done good in your name? Have I not sought truth in your name? Do good men die in your kingdom, while the unjust gain salvation? Why do the lawmakers only hear absurd fallacies? Why do the people I save stand in unspeakable silence? Shidrak, have you no shame, you traitor? I'm gonna teach you a lesson. The guard puts his baton away before taking out his key to open the cell door, though it keeps missing the keyhole as his right hand trembles in rage. Oh, Yerigander, though my body be trapped in gall, my soul still seeks your mercy. Whilst my eyes can still see and my ears can still hear, stretch out your righteous hands to me. I swear, today's gonna be the last day you can open a copy of Yerigan. What have I done? I heard another guard. You have done well, my child. Our divine duty is not limited to the 3 clans, the Saintons, or the Vinebead Court. All children of Yerag must be ready to carry out her will at any time. Just like you did. I remember Jorgen the Confessor. When I was young, I was lost in the snowy mountains. Just as I was about to black out, a cleric saved me. When we were on his birder beast, he took off his coat and wrapped it tight around me, telling me the story of Jorgen, and how Yergagander will save all the innocents. Yeah. Yera is her in this context. Or I guess all of Yergander. Where are the other clerics in prison, my child? Nearby. Find an opportunity to free them, let them escape, then save yourself. Conflict brews atop the mountain. The Vinebead Court shall rebuild everything upon its ruins. Allow me to tell you the end of the tale of Jorgen the Confessor. Soothsayer, welcome in! I hope you're having a good day. Halt! Don't force my hand, Great Elder. We're armed and will not allow anyone to leave. I will walk by you. If you insist on using bows and crossbows to run counter to her will, then aim your own hearts. Try it. You. The guards who rushed over look at their comrades with raised eyebrows as they form 2 lines. Many of them have chosen to stow their weapons, opening a narrow passage. Adso lowers his head as he walks through the guards, leaving behind a faint footprint in the snow. As the words left Yadgar's mouth, the entire gall began to sway, as wind and snow entered through the cracks. The walls around the imprisoned devotee were as rotten trees, shattered into dust as his body had enveloped in blighting light. The soldiers were thrown to the ground, their weapons shattered, but they themselves were unharmed. They prostrated themselves at Jorgen's feet, weeping as they confessed their sins. Jorgen the Confessor then walked the lands of the 3 clans, preaching this miracle the rest of his life. And thus, Yergander stretches out her hand to those who call for her, to enact her justice. I am wondering if he has like some type of control arts. She has slowly lost all sensation in her joints as her shoes sink into soft snow. Step after step after step. Yet her legs do not stop moving, even as she gulps lungful of frigid air. Girl, you gotta do more cardio. There's the vague shape of people in the distance. They draw close to her, but the lights flashing before her eyes make her unable to recognize them. You. We have been ordered to receive you, Madame Caroline. Though there should be others with you here. Poor thing! I mean... I think that's the biggest thing about, like, this entire political issue in general. So the Vinebead Court, some of them are siding with Victoria. Big four-headed guy is part of Victoria. Victoria's basically trying to take advantage of Yerag being in a desperate situation. The Vinebead Court? No, the Vinebead Court. I think it all comes down to greed, where everyone's trying to make a profit at Yedga's basically expense. Carolyn is Victorian, was working with Rhine Lab in Colombia. I'm not 100% sure if Carolyn is part of, like, MI6 or CIA or some shit. Like, what type of glowy she is, but she is involved with some type of glowy. Taco Bell sound effects. But my understanding with this entire thing, and I have gone off topic a lot, so I maybe have missing parts and everything. They're just trying to make a quick buck off of Yedog, and at the same time, it's one of those situations. Okay, she is a spy for the Mayland Foundation. Okay, CIA. Okay. I thought so. I wasn't sure because she's going back to Victoria, and I don't know how much involved Victoria is with the Mayland Foundation. And Monch was trying to stop her. The data she collected is in regards to Origenia, most likely. Which, at the end of the day, is more important than any political document she could have obtained because of the entire situation that's going on. They got taken by the locals. Then, are there any issues with intelligence? You can tell Her Grace that the power hiding behind Yedog has disappeared. I've observed and recorded the fall of some extraterrestrial object to the surface. The ensuing catastrophe is proof of my conclusion. Yeah, okay. So yeah, CIA glowy. Is Originium the black goo? Originium is technically a stone. Origon, which is basically its liquid form, is black goo. In this world, how do I say this very briefly? It is created by the race that the Doctor and Priestess are, and it stores data and information, and it can even store people in there. Yes, it makes people sick, but it also makes them better. So it gives them their affection, which gives them oropathy, but at the same time, it is also very useful. And basically the entire dilemma at the moment is the Doctor and Priestess trying to debate whether or not, or well, not whether or not, how to use it exactly. Yes, it's also a source of energy and powers all their tech. The best way to, like, describe it, picture asbestos on steroids. A natural occurring resource that can do a lot of stuff, but will kill you. But at the same time, people will risk it because it can help. Or, like, honestly, any type of radioactive material. It's one of those things where if you don't have correct PPE, it's gonna be a bad time. It's not gonna be good. And every now and then it's, uh-oh. The Chernobyl incident happened. The angels were part of the church, were also corrupted it. No? Yes! The angel monsters might have been like one of the few things that were local fauna, and they got transformed into more humanoid things. Were they corrupted by it? Not exactly. Were they corrupted by the entire technology of the Doctor and Priestess? Yes. Their new god is very relevant to them. Oh my god. You really did country road with Yedog. Let's just say that we have brought a lot of bad into this world. And now we're trying to right our wrongs the best way we see fit. But, our ex-wife isn't happy about that. Whether it's the energy field theory or the Fairmont hypothesis, it explains the change that happened to Yedog. I am not used to affection. Take this folder. All my research and several hypotheses about Yedag is in it. You can... Yes, I understand, Nathan. I will say, you started, like, seeing Arknights content about 6 years in. So, you are welcome to ask as many questions as you want. We have some people that know more lore than I do. She better be ex-wife. She better be ex-wife. She's not getting near me. What the? I'm terribly sorry, madame. Did you really believe you could hide your personal communications with the Mayland Foundation from us? Oh! Her Grace has asked us to bring back only the data. I believe she's very interested in the fact that Yedag has lost his protection. You. Extraterrestrial objects, Fairmount legends. There are still so many marvelous things we don't know the truth about across the Great Land. Katyusha, oh man! But all you care about is deception, robbery, and murder. Everything else is worthless to you. I won't take that coming from a glowy! If I didn't need you to escape from Yedag, I would never work with people like you. I shall pass on your complaint to Her Grace verbatim. Goodbye, madame. Thank you for your patriotic service. She sighs deeply, unsure of whom she's actually feeling sorry for. A smoke grenade? Enemy attack! Look for cover! Is racism accepted now? What was that? She has betrayed her country to be a glowy... Wait, are you talking about me being like saying she's a glowy? Nah. Arson, are you still here? Can you do the chant? Maybe Effie can. Now, glowy, isn't a racial slur. The night is enveloped in smoke and gunfire, leaving the snowfield in utter chaos. What's the glowy chant? The three-letter word? Shine so bright. At least until a black off-roader courses out of its smoke. In its wake are Victorian agents, futilely shooting the vehicle as it drives in the distance. There we go! Three-letter agent glow so bright. Mountain Mama's actually sainted? Wild. Yeah, this isn't about her entire race or her, like, country. It's about her being an agent for the Mayland Foundation, which is basically ARKNIGHTS CIA. It is true. Sorry to put you through that, Carolyn. Had to take our time to see Victorians wouldn't spot us. Got all your stuff? She lowers her head, pulling out the marked file on extraterrestrial objects from the various documents before handing it over to the agent in the front seat. So, when can I start my research? No need to be so hasty, miss. My boss wants to have a chat with you first. He's really interested in hearing what you're studying. I cannot go into everything. But I will debate that. I will definitely say more like CIA. I cannot, even though there is proof, we cannot do this here. We cannot do this here. I think you'll be working with us for a long, long time. Carolyn nods her head before she suddenly realizes something. She never had the chance to actually hand over Victoria's Yedog report. She rolls down the car window, heedlessly of the cold wind blowing in. She takes out the papers she so painstakely wrote in Yedog, one after the other, and throws them out the window with nary a moment's hesitation. You read it up on Columbia Stories? I think historically they match more with the CIA. That's what I will say. We don't want to get my channel terminated. Or me to, like, look like a schizo. The paper is all the more white under the black light, like fresh snow falling upon the winds. They spin through the air, buoyed by cold wind and political maelstrom both. Here's your things back, Victoria. No, no, no. I didn't say that he was being held up by that. I said Customs stopped him because of his skin color. Which, to be fair, is not a leap. But at the same time, it's not a leap, but come on. I didn't say it. I didn't. That was somebody in chat. I would never. Because goddamn, we don't want to go down that route. So according to you, the Duke of Castor has had her spies aimed in Yedog for a long, long time. And it's prepared a future annexation? You're part of the problem? You hinted at it? I'm just a little guy. Why are you mad at me? I'm just a little guy. But how is she going to do that? To be more precise, this is my educated base on what I've learned in Yedog. Look, man, we know that he's supposed to be Hispanic. To be fair, I was insinuating something a little bit different, but we know he's Hispanic. They wouldn't have assumed. So, do with that as you will. So out of all the Victorians sneaking around Yedog, you happen to be the only actual reporter who's after truth and righteousness and such like. Well, you don't have to be so rude about it. He literally speaks Spanish. All I can picture is the Dominican memes, and that's all I'm gonna say in regards to that. Punchy, you can't say that! You get me in trouble for saying glowy! Cause you think that's a slur, and then you go in and say that? Yeah, I know, trust me, we're very aware that he's Spanish. That's not the word? I'm sorry you didn't hard R it. We all knew exactly what you meant. Brother, what are you going on about? My name's Alberta. If you're familiar with the Victorian newsprint business, you would have heard that name in conjunction with many articles about the truth that were deemed unprintable. No! Unless it isn't worth knowing? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I take pride in my work, no matter what they say. I'll believe you for now, little Miss Reporter. But this doesn't mean you're completely free of suspicion. I've had my guards about the spies your people sent after the explosion. If you're telling the truth, then take us to your crew station. I've got a lot of things I'd like to ask the agents to mention. You wouldn't refuse me, would you? God, no. God, no. No, no. Sin Mom will never appear on stream. Hi, Hekatos! But... move! Degenbreaker grabs Ratatost and the reporter, pulling them into the back room as a stun grenade from who knows where goes off in the interrogation room. In the distance, a brown-tailed guard who was unable to get out of the way in time screams. A throwing knife has pierced his heart. Damn it! Degenbreaker pokes her body out of the doorway, hiding back behind the door as another knife flies towards her. She watches it tremble as it ends itself in the doorframe. Hey! Enjoy your burger. Yes, they are very clear references. And there's a reason why both Victoria and Colombia keep getting involved in every other country. These knives are the ones used by the Trilby Ashers. You two stay hidden here. I'll go confirm the scale of the raid and their strategy. As she finishes speaking, she suddenly draws her twin weapons, knocking two knives thrown from the shadows out of the air before springing towards the attack. The dust she kicks up forces the reporter to squint. You. What the hell's going on? How did the Trilby Ashers know about this place? Did you leak it to them? But I've been watching you the whole time. That can't be. I didn't! I even checked over all my things to make sure nobody was following me. Look out! The room shakes violently. The reporter pulls Ratatouille's sleeve, moving her to the other side of the room as fragments of the damaged ceiling smash to the floor where they just were. Then how do you explain all this? Wait, there's still one piece I haven't checked. She picks up the camera hanging around her neck, removes the lens, presses down the shutter, and lifts up the reflector. A faint red light glows within. That's like mega dangerous. If you damage it, it's over. She pulls out the suspicious compartment, a miniature tracking device. So that's where it was hiding. Okay, here's the thing, Strat. No, but there's been some wild popes in history. In case you don't know, there's also been a Pope War. So, highly recommend checking it. And there's like more than one Pope, by the way. There's been multiple popes at the same time. When it comes to the Catholics, there's some lore there. You gotta remember, these are the same people who will put bones, blood, and like random assorted things and bring it around places and be like, yes, this is our sacred talisman. So, that's actually not the craziest thing that's happened. That wouldn't even be the crazy. They have to tone the Pope down in Arknights. We don't talk about the Pope Wars. Another explosion, and thick smoke slowly seeps into the room the two are hiding in. Degenbreaker emerges from the smoke, her breathing somewhat ragged. There was also that time where there was a pope and his to-believed illegitimate daughter was the actual pope? Technically? Like, she was in charge? Like, if you actually go into the Vatican's history, it is wild. 3 Trilby Ashers within the first group. Fend them out for now, but reinforcements they've called are already on their way. I'll keep you safe, Ratatost, but we need to leave. Let's go to the Vine Bee Court. There's a mountain trail nearby that leads us to one of the secret passages in. History's a lot of fun. It's why you can have things like ARKNIGHTS and just all the way in be pretty good. Our Pope in this world is Gabe Newell. Wins by doing nothing. They won't dare act rashly because of the court. It'll buy us some time. Wait, I need to come with you. The Triple Ashers will keep chasing us. I'll make a record of all the assassination attempts in Yedag and compile them together with everything they've done so far. I'll pass them on to our local friends when we get the word out. This will expose all of Victoria dirty deeds to the public. I can't let myself be taken in by them. Enough babbling. I still need to find Ensiotis for joint questioning. You'll be coming with us even if you don't want to. Oh, there is! It's insane! Yes, Rochtos is alive. The three of them have entered the Vinebeak Court's northern gate. The escape reporter is with her, and the renowned Black Knight is guarding them. What orders from Her Grace? Wait. Did you say that Her Grace will personally be visiting Yedag? That's the thing. Every single time, like, there's some, like, weird historical fiction, I don't always put it past it because it could be crazy enough and be like, you know what? Crazier things have happened. To Carlin Trade Headquarters. And to Ensiotis Silverash, son of the former chairman and my kinswoman Elizabeth. Alongside all the people at Yedag. This is an open letter, within which is written all the wrongdoings of Ensiotis and Carlin Trade both. With this letter, I shall form a protest. Protest all the grievances of Victoria and Yedag share in suffering from, that were wholly avoidable. Chairman Edelweiss, I'm glad you're here. What is it? Slow down. It's a letter from the Duke of Castor. The concepts have already been disseminated to the public. It's all about Yedag. Mostly Carlin Trade. What does she write? About how we're not acting in good faith and how Sir Ensiotis... Give it here. Notify all members of the board that we have to have an immediate meeting at HQ. Tell everyone to remain calm. I do find it hilarious. Ensiotis just leaves. And Gnosis has to clean up all this shit. He's like, man, the best thing I can do is retire. Oh no. Tell everyone to remain calm. Ensiotis' first offense, and the source of all this tragedy, was to seek benefit from Columbia, brute forcing and carving out a great pit from the construction of observation station atop Mount Carlin. Isn't he like that even from the beginning? What do you mean? Like, isn't he always just like, oh, you can clean up all my shit? In which case, yes, absolutely. But at least, like, he was being part of the group. Now he's just like, whoopsie, I'm no longer here. In the wake of it, catastrophe descended on Yedag. This much is undeniable. And amidst the terror and disarray, he committed his second offense. The humanitarian aid sent by Victoria was instead pocketed by him in the name of negotiation. To legitimize his shameless act, Ensiotis went attack against Victoria, leveling base accusations, slander against Victorian tourists, and expatriates. That was his third offense. It really does. Gnosis is gonna... Man... At the end of the day, Silverash is the low cortisol and Gnosis is high cortisol. His ultimate act of toying within the heart of the public was also his fourth offense. He colluded with Ratatos to fake the Browntail matriarch's death, and through duplicity, led Clan Browntail into hostilities with Victoria. Victoria has also proved that Ratatos is hidden with the Vinebeak Court. Those citizens who doubt this simply need to examine the premises. though his guilty heart has led him to station his private army there. This is all a bit much. Hey, when did I suspect of Ensiotis earlier? You guys shouted at me like I was a conspiracy theorist. But it all makes sense now, doesn't it? Since when? The whole letter is just Victoria's say-so. The fifth offense explained it, didn't it? Ensiotis told Ratatos to kidnap the Victorian reporter and hid her behind the court. Can't be a lie with all those details, can it? And the sixth offense says in order to control the court, he arrested all the clerics who wouldn't obey him. That matches. The court invited all of us to the mountain for blessing, but Degenbreaker had some men stop us. What about the seventh, then? It's obvious that Victoria wanted to get a bigger slice of the pie, but Carl and Trade refused them. You're a real idiot, you know that? It's proof that Ensiotis has gone and betrayed Yerag. Victoria's made a fair point about Carl and Trade going against their contacts. And now we're the ones stuck in with the bill thanks to Ensiotis' stupid decisions. So you think that we should do what Victoria says? They want Carlin to stick with the old mining agreement and put Ensiotis on trial. They said they'd do a joint trial with the Vinebeat court. It'll be fine. Ensiotis would be lucky if he got banished for his crimes. The only crime he's done is letting you run your mouth in his in this rebuilt pub. So he's been doing all good while there's always someone else doing the sinning? Wow, what a coincidence. I don't understand any of this. But I know it's always us that have to suffer for it. Come on, man! Trust in Sir Ensiotis. He's helped me out before. What the hell was that? Outside. Oh my god, you are right, Strat! Is it the same pub? I heard a lot of troubling talk on the way here. Please tell me you've been doing more than admiring the snow. God damn it, Silverash! I don't know, Balana kinda would just go out there. I shouldn't have asked. Silverash, come on, man! Is everything that happened to you as expected? If I said yes, would you believe me? I would. Because we're not unprepared. During the recent growth window, Carl and Trade, I'm afraid it is you who's the optimistic one this time, Gnosis. You know that, no matter how many planned or contingencies we make, things will always inevitably exceed our expectations. Poor Gnosis. Gnosis needs a break. He's got his emo hair because, like, on the way home, he's just screaming. He's just belting those songs. From the three clans, the Vinebeat court, and the stretching out of all the people of Yerag, Victoria's methods are plain to see. We can't do that. Silverash will ruin something for him. As someone who always bets every chip he has, you were never afraid of risk. Thus, all this is all I deserve. Okay, so I love this artwork, don't get me wrong, but his tail feathers crack me up. This art is beautiful. Super excited for what's coming because it's no longer just political drama, it's full out war. But did he really need the tail feathers? Ensiotis is mogging him out here. He does have an entire ass made out of feathers. Dark clouds cover the twilight sky. The steel behemoths of Victoria trample across the white snowfields. No, I had not... Okay, look. You gotta once again remember that I am a selective boy kisser. If I see this man, this one right here, I'm gonna go, nah, he's not for me. I'm gonna go back to my women. This one, maybe. At times, I will have my moments of weakness, but this one's not getting more than 2 seconds of me looking at him before my eyes drift away to someone I actually like. I have not looked into his artwork, I'm not gonna lie. Silver Ash get Thorns Kisser. Silver Ash, I will be weak for. Gnosis, never. Ain't essay a boy kisser with Docta? For Makai's art, it's much more than just a boy kisser. A lot more than just a boy kisser. That one particular artist! The one that's lived rent-free this entire time. That one artist. Sure, fan art's made Doc making out with everybody? Yes. But it takes a special type of artist to make cinematic bottoming. And that's all I'm gonna say. Castor's fleet. I've heard this fleet was the one that drove the devils out of Victoria during the Battle of Londinium. After the battle concluded, Castor took the time to restore its flagship, so that her glory may live on. How many upon this great land can boast of the might to stand against this force? We chose to walk the more difficult road. It is time we met the end of it. Look, my understanding is that they now work with Hypergriff, so say what you will. It got them places. To be fair, not everyone knows he's the cause of it. There's a very select few that know the truth about him. Whew. Why are Yargos mountains so hard to climb? Just bear it a little longer, Lena. We need to avoid the Vinebeak Court. This is the only road that does so. A rough cloud beast clambers up onto Lena's shoulders out of nowhere before jumping back into Joanna's embrace, letting out a high-pitched cry. Yeah, their style is amazing. It's laughing at you. Laugh all you want. I've done more exercise today than the past 20-something years I've been alive. Annie looks at the crestfallen Elena, letting out a light chuckle as she turns the corner. She sees a simple camp by the side of the road, not far from where they stand. There are many clerics in the Vinebeak Court warming themselves by the fire. Amidst the crowd, Enya pulls out a familiar figure within a glance. Why'd you stop, Enya? Is that Elder Adso? Who? I didn't think I would run into you here. Oh no. Because you should not be here, Saintess. You know, Elder, when you're talking with the Saintess, you should be more... I know. And yet I also know that this is not the road she is meant to be on. What if it's to search for Yerigander? All shall seek her in time of need. So, what is it you need? You instructed me to go on a pilgrimage, so I may atone for the sins of all of Yerag to her. Thus, what I need is to find her, and pray for her to her for forgiveness. I had wanted to get you out of the Vinebeak Court at the time. And in doing so, the court could not be hindered by me. I had hoped that while you were off on the pilgrimage, we would be able to sway the Duke of Castor into handling Ensiotis, and that when you returned, it would be both parties worn and weary. The court would take advantage of your return to declare it a miracle, and thus gaining true control. But your brother declared war on the court too soon, and I could not allow myself to fall into the hands of Castor and Ensiotis, whether as a prisoner or as their puppet. I presume you being here means that thinking of being like the court clerics of old, going to Karlant and ancient refuges in the legends, where you can wait for the moment your enemies are worn. As such, there's no need for you to continue with your meaningless circuit, Saintess. Follow us to seek refuge atop the mountains. There will come a time where the people will beg on bended knee for you and us to appear. The silent elders of the court behind him stand up one after the other, forming a semicircle before the saintess. Joanna glanced at Enya with unease, her hands subconsciously moving towards her crossbow. But Enya merely gives her a light shake of the head. I can't stop. The next catastrophe is nearly upon us. What? The saintess is right, Elder. You must have noticed the strange weather these past few days. We've already found an important clue about the heart of Karlan. We have the opportunity to learn the exact reason why catastrophe came to start Yerag. Maybe even the truth behind Yergander. It is meaningless. Elder. Because Yergander does not exist. Adso? What did you say? When I left the court, you told me quite the opposite. Yergander can exist within the plants, the stones, our words and deeds, but you will not find her true form upon this great land. She is not real, and only exists within our imaginations. Not even you can blaspheme against her, Elder Adso. When I was young, my faith in her was much the same as yours. My father and uncle sent me to the Vinebead Court as a child, forcing me secretly aid Clan Browntail with their mission. Yet all I wanted to do was serve her in all sincerity. When the great Elder tasked me with managing her hollow writings, I was giddy with glee. Every word to do with her, whether they be fragmented pages or ridiculous essays, were studied by me over and over. But the more you read, the more you realized the so-called Yergander is nothing more than a piece of scripture assembled by mortal men. Dare you deny it, Saintess? You two have seen what's said on the original copy. It is no more than a few scant phrases. Nothing like we have today. It's not true, is it, Enya? Yeah. The Lion, the Witch, and the Auticity. Yeah, for real! This man! From marketplace chatter to historical records, even foreign legends from who knows where. Add cold glares and snowy peaks, and you have the miracles of Yergander. I persisted in my inspection of everything, hoping to find the tiniest shred of evidence, unlike the rest. But all I found were more and more archetypical tales. I even found signs of adaptation left behind the previous cult elders in the margins of a few books. Why didn't you tell anyone? And what would I say? What is Yerag to you, Saintess? That is not a question any one child of Yerag can answer. Because Yerag already has its own answer. It is the nation of faith. And Seotis has tried to undermine it. The Duke of Castor has tried to swallow it. But even they dare not defy Yergander. At least not openly. But if she doesn't exist, then who founded Yerag? Our country was never built atop her flesh and bones. Rather, it was her country that was built atop our flesh, our bones. It was the ancestor of this people of Yerag who, amidst these snow-capped mountains in despair, labored tortuously to create a place where they could survive. People could never understand why fate decreed these struggles and suffering, whilst others thrived in merriment. And so, abandoned upon these hopeless rocks, they had to seek consolation elsewhere, so that they may continue to live. That's just X-country. It goes back to real-life politics. From the cries for some almighty leader and the prayers for majesty and morality of every generation Yergander was born. From the moment of her birth, she came the foundation of Yerag. Because of their need faith, generation after generation must repeat a lie. Yerag needed virtue and law, needed art and aesthetics, needed family and tradition. With perfect timing, she would appear by our sides, even behind a few revelatory words of wisdom. From this came an unbreakable order, one that lasted time immemorial. So in your eyes, this lie must be maintained at any cost, so that Yerag itself can be maintained. Indeed. Every nation has its own lie. Yerag's is Yergander. I disagree. A lie can bring temporary reprieve, but it just cannot become an eternal law through which we live. You believe it is able to maintain order, so you care not for sincere longing of the people. You treat their feelings as a tool you can control. When this longing tears through the veil you have constructed, the vine-beat court and the fate that tends shall be shattered beyond repair. And from that point of view, you are your hated Anciota's greatest ally. There's only one thing I wish to ask you. Do you believe Yetagander exists? But she shifts through her mind, through all her memories of the handmaid, but she has already forgotten how she looked, vague wisps of emotion, all forgotten. You can't forget your wife! We're finally getting the Yuri, and you keep forgetting her! Please, I'm begging you! There is no memory, no person who can vouch for her, no one that can offer her words of comfort. Her heart lies empty. I do. You claim this is all a lie, Elder Adso, which is proof that there is truth corresponding with this lie. And they were roommates. And so, I believe in the passion and goodness preached by the scriptures. I believe that Yetagander existed in Yerag. Besides, I've already found the path to her. If you must refuse me, then come witness alongside me. Your faith is pointless, Saintess. Even greater disaster awaits Yerag. Anciota's short-sightedness has already left her faith on the brink of collapse. This is her last chance to save her. Ever since the pilgrimage began, you've treated me as part of your conspiracy. This guy is everything that I think is wrong with religion, which is people not believing their own religion and instead of using it for what they believe and manipulating people. And I really don't like it. I really don't like this guy. He's weaponizing it instead of doing it. I mean, I know, man. Oh, absolutely. He's manipulating them to use it for profit. He fully believes in the religion, just doesn't believe in the deity? He doesn't believe that the religion is true. He believes that basically the virtues behind it are necessary to keep this entire nation intact. That's the difference. I don't think he actually believes in the religion. He believes in the virtues. And I think that's, I don't know, I don't agree with that statement there. He is using it, though. He's making sure that, at the end of the day, this is his own move. Because we have both dedicated our entire lives to faith, it is impossible for you not to understand my devotion. Then what is it you wish me to do? At a suitable hour, return with me to the Vinebeat Court to regain control. We shall have a look at our specific circumstances to deal with the Duke of Castor, but Anciotus must be eliminated. You are a kind soul, and cannot bear harm to your brother. I understand. I actually don't think so. Because, yeah, there are some personal experiences, but part of it is people who, in general in the world, there are people who will follow the religion, but not fully believe it. And he doesn't really believe it. He thinks it's important to keep this entire country together. Anciotus must leave Yerag. That is where most we can allow him. This is pure coercion. In return, I can take you to a place you seek. When I was young, I had searched all over Kartlan. Since you must face the truth, this will be the quickest way of doing it. I accept. And yeah. But on one condition. If we really do find proof of Yerigander, you shall renounce all your scheme regarding Ensiotis. But that is the basis of his religion. He does believe that the entire thing of the past, that was passed down. But once again, that was created by man. He doesn't believe in the religion itself. Very well. Yerigander above, witness her vows. Okay. We have time for this one. Yeah, exactly. That's how I see it, Punchy. Because that way we can do 10 and 4 tomorrow. We'll do the first part of 9 and after tomorrow. Or Friday. Joshua, it's been a minute! How are you, man? Hopefully not too long. If it is, it should be fine. That way, on Friday, I won't kill my voice doing it. But I will say, I think that itself, because I'm seeing it the same way that Punchy does, that itself affects the religion in a negative way. Because at the end of the day, if you don't believe the core of it, and you're just using it to what you believe shapes the best future, you're kind of affecting the religion in a negative way. It's no longer about the religion. Yee. Don't worry, I'll be okay. Everyone's polls have been something. They've either been horrendous or crazy. How have your polls been? You got Wizardell before you got Premet? Oh, God. Yeah, it's about the control at that point. I have not gotten Pram yet. I am gonna have to spark her. I have gotten 5 different silver ashes, and I still have the 300. Yeah, but he is using it. So I do want to ask for your opinion on that. How do you see him not using the people who follow this religion and follow their deity? I don't think he's being intuitively selfish. But in a way, he is basically demanding his own beliefs through the religion. Is the siblings a 50-50 on the ticket? Technically, yes. It's like 70% chance of if a 6-star happens, it's 50-50% there. So like 35 and 35. And then most of the other 6-stars will be the ones that are still rate up, which will be like Wizardell and all that. I think I might be wrong. No. Wizardell and all that is just a chance. It's still part 2% chance. We technically haven't started this. We can come back to this really quickly. Yeah, go ahead, man. So, yeah. 70% chance it's going to be one of these two. So 35-35. 30% chance that it'll be another 6-star. And that includes them who are limited. So here is the 2% chance for everybody. So it's more likely to be them, and it's just been him over and over. I've gotten no other 6-star. He keeps appearing to me. To the point that, like I said, 5 rolls before I get him again. I will have him full potted. I will have him full pot, which is insane. I just want one Pram! I have not gotten his sister! I wanted Pram so badly! And like, I'm very thankful for the limited, don't get me wrong. I was hoping to get 1 and 1. But that's insane to me! I wanted one pram! One and one, I would have been happy. I wanted to stop a long time ago. I didn't want to, like, full pot him. Just max pot him? I am gonna out of obligation. That's the thing, Joshua. Because here's the thing. I'm gonna have to spark her. You're getting married to Silver Ash? No! I don't want to continue the bloodline! Not like this! Not like this, man. But yeah, I will max pot him because, like, the entire tickets that are left, I will guarantee to get him. And then I'm gonna spark his sister. That's just what happens. The rumblings of distant commotion disturb the scant snow atop the trees. What should be a silent street is filled with ominous warmth. Yeah, I don't know why the standard operator is just hard to get. Look, Bree. Look, Bree. We have to accept the fact that I have to spark her. Welcome in, by the way. This used to be a road at the foot of Mount Carlin that would lead to the Vinebead that led to the Vinebead Court. But now, Victorian soldiers bar the path as the treads of their tanks crush its surface. A blatant, impassable barrier. That must be nice, Joshua! That must be so nice! Unfortunately, that was not me. I wish it had been me. I don't know why that's the case. You know, I'm supposed to be better about saying thank you when I receive a super. But I've never been so insulted before. I've never been so insulted! How dare you! You'll wait for the buffet? It's gonna... Have you guys seen the entire knight and princess meme? That's gonna be me with thorns. W on the other wall, we look over to her, we're both crying as well. He got both on a 30 roll? Oh, that's good. Good for him. Apparently, I was too strong with the ritual. Yeah. She's a very good operator. Very surprised she wasn't limited. The loudspeakers atop the tanks play a message in clear Yaragi. Why did I just get like a flash to Hanohana? People of Yerag, do not panic. In accordance with Victoria's policy regarding the current situation, we will ensure everyone's safety. Oh god, now I'm just... Oh no! This operation will not disturb the everyday lives of residents. We simply suggest everyone stay home in this weather. It knows my deepest, darkest desires? That's not it. You just gotta thirst for it properly, and I did not thirst for it properly. He took the invitation for her the wrong way. Like, one copy would have been fine, but come on, man. We also have a warning for criminals who have abducted Victorian citizens, and for those associated with them. Release the hostages immediately, or we will take immediate action. Say, mister, mind if I cross the road? I need to head home to get the fire going. It's about dinner time, and my wife's waiting for me. The area's off limits. You either take a detour, or you wait. But I'm just trying to get to the other side of the road. If safety's your issue, go ahead and search me. I've just got food on me, nothing else. Are you at the Vinebead Court? No, I'm just a smith. Then take a detour or wait. I've crossed this road for decades now. Don't cause trouble for them, mister. Nothing good will come from it. Just listen to them and get out of there already. I will not be repeating myself a third time. The old man trotters away. He turns his head to look back. Through the windows of his workshop, his wife looks back at him. He waves his hand, telling his wife to leave. Yerga under a buff. I wish to hear your worth. Oh, it begins. This makes me so tense. I really hope things don't go south. I don't think they will, just because we're towards the end. But scary. Invaders, how dare you! Get out, you hear? Get out! Victorians this, Victorians that. It's the word I hate hearing most these days. Didn't think there'd still be anyone brave enough to kidnap one at a time like this. North to Yedak. Oh no. Don't you get it? It's obviously just some worthless excuse. Now that Victorians are here, Yedak is about to change. Vopsfrosten. You're all sitting back to watch while you're going on about your pessimistic talk. You're more spineless than starving bird and beast. I'm gonna show them the real Yedak. If you're willing to make a ruckus, do it somewhere further away. Don't drag me into this. Right. Go to Carl and trade. They got guards, don't they? You're all a bunch of cowards. Cowards? I get it. You've got guts, but you don't mind getting your hands dirty. Don't you have family? What's the outcome of negotiations? If the three clans, the Vinebeat Court, Carl and trade, if none of them are going to do anything, what can we do? Yet enter above. Forgive me for my fear, my cowardice. Anger, fear, unease, all sorts of emotions roll across the unarmed crowd. But they have no effect on the armed soldiers across from them. Their voices are drowned by the roar of the engines. We're on the Gloriana? Yo! Okay. So, I saw a bit about her on Twitter. It was Korean Twitter, so I knew no idea what was going on. They just wanted to draw female Silver Ash, let's be honest. She has his eyes. She does not have the eyes of the sisters. Your Grace, our fleet has encircled the path into Yedag's mountains. I kneel. No! Do not kneel to Victoria! The vanguard force in Yedag has surrounded the Vinebeat Court. Yedag's own warriors are powerless to resist us. The whereabouts of Yedag's Saintons are currently unknown, but we shall ensure that the moment she appears, we will locate her. The situation is still under control, so forgive me for speaking bluntly. She's a Silver Ash cousin? Oh. No! No, Strat! Go back! That green does pop. To be fair, all her features would have any color pop. There's no need for your Grace to attend the battle in person. Don't be hasty, Philippa. That's a whole... Who named her Philippa? They saw that beautiful woman and went, Philippa. That poor girl, man. She would, yeah, exactly. Philippa? Don't make her French. She already has to be Victorian. We got rid of the French and Arknights. Don't make her French. Choose your words wisely. If I may correct you, Yedag is not our enemy, but a valuable partner in cooperation. But Carlin Trey still has not given the official response to our invitation to negotiate. I can imagine. not wrong, Bree. And Siotis is a powerful man. One assumes that having a great process this failure must be inconceivable of difficulty for him. So for those of you who do not know, because I know not all of you are ARKNIGHTS players, canonically, a country similar to France existed, and it's gone. No, they're still Gaul. Here's the thing, Ryan. We have more Gaul operators than some other nations. More likely than you think? Look, man. Parisians have really hurt the country. The War of the Four Emperor? I don't remember, to be honest. I just know that there's so many Gaul. You must have heard some of the tales about him, Philippa. By all calculations, he is your kin as well. Is he really the talented genius the rumors paint him as? Then why did you abandon the chance to stand by your side, declaring to bury himself in the mountain instead? I simply don't understand. And based on Napoleon, I think? Oof. The Gaul of the Gauls? Like I said, he really is the prideful sort. I shall give him a little more time. 6 hours should do it. If the government of Yeda continues to refuse to accept our agreement, then things can only end in a rather regretful manner. Understood. There is still one trifling matter I am unsure is worth your Grace's consideration. The matron of Clan Browntail, who by all rights should be dead. We have discovered further traces of activity from her. She is currently hidden within the Vinebead Court, under the protection of the Black Knight. And Siotis would not go to great lengths to hide someone as important at a time like this. It's not worth mentioning. But I am not fond of variables. Find her, and find what she is hiding. As you command, your Grace. So we got, like, pushover femme Silver Ash. Lame. Lame. You know what? She deserves that name. Understood. I shall carry out this assignment with a limited extent, then await further instructions. All hands take note. Team 1, guard the front. Team 2, head to the north gate to lock it down. Team 3 and 4, find a high vantage point to watch the court. Be on guard. If you allow even a single soul out, you shall answer to her Grace in person. Oh, I didn't know they were Gaul. Is that why she pisses me off? Isn't that what's wrong with her? You know what? I should have known. I have not received any order to allow Victorians in, sir. I understand. We shall wait here for a reply. The chairman has informed me not to accept any invitations. If you... No matter. I am happy to wait here patiently. Just like how every child of Yedag waits for a bitter cold winter to pass. Speaking of which, how do you people prepare for the winter? I'm rather curious. I fear you may not have the opportunity to learn for yourself. I'm not here to represent myself. My own experiences are not important, Mr. Edelweiss. I believe these terrible conditions call for giving everyone an equal chance to express themselves. Don't you agree? Why are you here? Rest easy, Chairman Edelweiss of Carlin Trade. I have come here for one simple task. To invite Mr. Silverash to negotiate a table on behalf of her Grace. A simple, peaceful conversation. All for protecting the bond between our two nations. You have brazenly sent an army to surround Yedag. Aimed your cannons at civilians and dispatch your troops to blockade our markets. I know a few people in my personal life where he can be based off of. And I hate to say that, I look at it and I'm like, all right. Are these actions meant to be part of peaceful conversation? Mr. Edelweiss. Her Grace simply wishes to let the true Master Yedag know that speeding warships cares not where the people atop its deck run. For most, the best choice is to hold from the handrail tight. Profound understanding can come over the passage for eons, or can come in the blink of an eye. It all depends on the commands you receive, sir. Get to the point, Victorian. You shouldn't need to teach you how to say what you were here to say. I would much rather call it a sending or a request, Mr. Edelweiss. A request from Victoria is a rather rare sight these days. We cordially invite Mr. Silverash to a spirited discussion with Her Grace about the future of Yedag. We shall ensure the meeting goes smoothly. Her Grace has also commanded that none be harmed. And then we too have our own request. Victoria is to immediately seize this military invasion. I regret to inform you that such thing hinges on the results of Mr. Silverash and Her Grace's talk. I am unqualified to make such promises on Her Grace's steed. Right now, my only hope is that there shall be a place warm enough for me to spend winter. A fleeting hope that it shall be Yedag. Okay, before we continue this, I am curious. Are there any Gaul operators I actually enjoy? Let me see. Oh, it's over. No one yet. It's over. It's over. So, the answer was no. The answer is there wasn't. That's great if I enjoyed them. The answer was no. You forget that I've just been pissed off, like, about them for a little bit. I don't care for them. What did I expect? One operator. One operator to be like, you know what? My bad. They're not that bad. I don't know who I enjoy. Or you don't know who I enjoy? Yeah. Yeah. I have a very specific taste. For you to say who I enjoy and then Phantom in there, I have never been more insulted. Oh! That one felt personal. Shalom, I never got into Shalom. Moose, whatever. I don't hate her, but like, whatever. Pit? Is Pit? Which one's Pit again? Yeah, she's alright. I'm, like, neutral about her. But that's the thing, at best, you can be neutral. Once again, neutral about her. Probably didn't like Phantom. That's an understatement. I'm just gonna say that right there. I know a lot of the girlies out there were very happy for Phantom, and especially Phantom Alter. For you, I am happy that happened. For me, I am his #1 hater. That sounds about right. I'm not gonna lie, that would sound about right. No! No! Keep his monologuing away from me! What is that curse? That is a horrible thing to wish upon somebody. Honestly, for a long time, favorite operators are hard in Arknights because there's so many characters. I feel very strongly about operators or either I usually really like them or I really hate them, and the ones that I'm neutral about are just disappear in the distance. Oh. Oh, you're just neutral about all of them? The second they bring out Steam Night. I don't want either of them in my room. I feel like, no, ew, no. I like how you don't play Arknights, but you know Steam Night is the GOAT. Chances of that are the same as Otage Alter. I'll be honest, I think we have a better chance of getting Steam Night than Otage Alter. How should you present yourself when you face her? I have asked myself that countless times until tears of remorse flowed down my face, for I could not find the answer. Just like how, as I wavered in the cold wind, I cannot find anything. The heart of Carlin was a mere mystic rhetoric. A painting within a dream, a mire amidst the mountains. The Vinebead Court says that, when you are on the brink of death, you shall see her face. I believe this is my last chance. Yet I am unable to prove anything to you. I see only my mother by the bonfire, my wife underneath the curtains. The life I should have. You have come to the end of this fateless follower's epitaph, one written by him, for him. His last request to you is to wipe away the snow upon this tomb. Here's the thing, I think out of any operator with armor we're most likely to get, it's Muscle Mommy. I can't remember her name, but I think that is probably our best chance. A lowly grave stands by the road. Annie and Adso stop in front of it. All I did was bury him. He only had time to carve himself a marker before he died. I can't remember her name. She's the Fallen that we saw in the last Laterano event. No, not Hoshi event. Yes. So the bones we saw along the way are all the bones of humans. Only human beings would use value and meaning to paralyze themselves, to climb Cardlan, to walk to her side, to witness her existence. They are willing to give their lives. NPC. Because we're talking about, like, who we might get. And Punchy was saying that we have the same chance of Steam Night as Otage Alter. But Strat, I'm sorry to break it to you, I think Otage Alter is lower. Oh, absolutely! The Saintant's right hand brushes against the worn wooden marker, completing its master's wish. Cold wind sweeps past her fingertips, as if urging her to grab hold of something. She lifts her head towards the snow-capped peaks, as her ears catch the sound of a young woman laughing. Yes, the exiled one! Elder, did you hear? She swallows down her unfinished question. The laughter echoes between the mountains, then fades until it's become nothing more than a memory. I didn't hear anything. Please proceed, Saintus. Enya hesitates for a moment before nodding, continuing onwards towards the darkened horizon, towards the peaks laden with thick snow. Arella! Yes, thank you! Yes, that's correct, Junk. The wind picks up, tangling itself in the Saintess's clothes. It leaves behind snow stuck to her brow, just like how it sticks to withered trees she walks past. I'm sorry, Strat, but maybe you will get another skin. Just need to try harder. We can't keep up with Enya if we keep pulling you. We're only 2 steps behind. No need to stand so close. Oh, right. Just now. They were talking to something. Right? I think I saw it too. Part of the reason why is, as much as I love Steam Night, in gacha especially, we're more likely to get a female than a male. So my entire, like, what kind of people I'm into in real life, I like masculine people. But as silly as it sounds, because, like, I goon for, like, aesthetics and everything a lot. At the end of the day, the person comes first. But you want a new male operator? We currently have Silver Ash! There's gonna be more male operators. It's not like the fact that there's no male operators, but there's still a lot of female operators. I do play Enfield. I'm not into Ember. I think she's okay. Yeah, boob cell. You don't have to call me out with Rhea Ripley, okay? Oh, Effie! I'm gonna strangle you! I'm gonna strangle you, Effie. But there's nothing here except snow and rocks. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Elena forces herself forward a few more steps. Behind her, the snow where she stabbed is suffused with a deep blue glow. At the same time, she has a faint sensation of someone watching her. Though, the only one by her side is Joanna, grating her teeth as she puts Elena's arm. Rhea's so good. I think Ember still has light in her eyes. Aurela doesn't. Aurela has lost that light. And I think that's why I'm into her. There is still hope in Ember's eyes. Look, man, I want to bring that back. I can't bring that back if it's already there. You know what? It's possible. It's not impossible. I will say Tallulah is always more possible than Utakia Alter. The billowing wind has numbed her brain. It must have been her imagination. As the thought runs through her mind, Elena hears a sigh. Can we keep reading? We're reading. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, I was trying to see the background, you old man! The background reminds me of a cave I visited. In... Was it Austria? Yeah, Austria. When was the live stream again? For the 7th anniversary? Also, welcome in. In duty, right? Yes, that was in Austria. I can't remember the name. I'll probably post it later. But a beautiful ice cave. The 25th? What if women hot, though? You got a point there, man. What if women hot? You can have your heart up, Chuck. You took it upon yourself to enter a gamble, and you are fated to lose. Saintess. This is... indeed. The depths of the mountains. The location of the heart of Karlan. I did as you asked, Enya. I dragged her all the way here. We're here. Don't just stand there. Man, she's sweating. Huh? Wait, this... No, it can't be. Luna puts on her strength at shaking her head and patting her cheeks before taking out a bevy instruments, waving them against the cave wall. it worse! Look, man, girl's a pillow princess. It is an ordinary cave, one that can be seen anywhere in Yerag. Its only unusual property is proximity of Mark Carlin's peak. Anya heads deeper within, her breathing picking up pace as she does. The deepest part of the cave is only 100 meters from the entrance, barely wide enough to fit 5 or 6 men. The rocks are covered in a thin layer of moss and lichen, and the air is permeated with the humid scent of fungi and soil. You are not the first who wished to find her. Neither was I. The combo did not happen as he thought. And that was my argument. We brought some stuff up. We did not bring that up. My greatest wish during my youth was to witness her true form. A prostrate as myself before her. And so I checked every book in the Hall of Writings, read every line of every poem, all to find proof of her existence. Many before me left the records and analysis. One mentioned this place, the only cave atop Mount Carlin. I followed the end, rugged mountain trails before finding myself here. The records say that the clerics of the court once sought refuge in the depths of the Carlin. Just so. Perhaps you still recall the story of the Saintans who roused Yerag. According to legend, when Yerag underwent divine punishment, the Vinebead court chose 100 girls in succession to ascend the mountain and pray. The last of the girls who was the one who quelled her fury. But in truth, the final girl was the daughter of a clan leader, which decided the greatest clan to ally and lay siege to the court. During the massacre, the surviving clerics fled here, after which came the so-called miracle. Peace returned to Yerag. And how would you explain this miracle? Look at Yerag as it is now, and the answer shall be clear. Who has ever heard of a war that's come to an end for no reason? Yet even the murder of a girl can transform into a sublime miracle. So too can political compromise become the stuff of legend. Murder. So that is how you see the actions of the court of old. Indeed. To use murder to seek comfort, to allow ignorance to spur on the heart. This is the bloody debt of the court has borne in the name of Yergander. And this is why I cannot trust this man. He will excuse wrongs if it gives the result he likes. With no God to promise us eternity, our every step is on thin ice, with no room for inattention. I have brought you here to learn the truth behind Yergander, Saintess. And now, I shall wait for you, no matter how long you struggle to process it. Anya, come over here, quick! The pile of rocks at the deepest part of the cave doesn't seem natural. It's more like a door that someone built. The clerics of old made this place into a sanctuary. Finding things here is hardly strange. The person banished to the Shadow Realm? In other words, behind this door is most likely a hiding place of ancient clerics, a place where countless secrets of Yerag are hidden. What is more likely to be behind that door? You'll find absolutely nothing. Then let us bear witness, Elder Adso. Anya half shuts her eyes as she walks past the old man's droning on about history, slowly approaching the end of the cave. She takes a deep breath, then presses her body against the cave wall, like a reunion hug after a long time away. Soil sticks to her hands and cheeks. Moss pokes out from under her hair. It's as if she were fast asleep atop the earth. I can feel it. According to my readings, Anya, behind this super thin rock wall, there seems to be a giant cavern. But there's no other way in. I can blow this door open if we have to. Wait, this is holy ground! Do it. What? Anya! Oh, Yergander above. Pardon the intrusion. It's all in the name of truth. You know what? Elena? I'm sorry, dog. I'm sorry. I've been, like, mad at you. I respect this. Because she went from like, nah, not possible, to like at least being respectful of the customs. You know what, Elena? Good progress. Good job. Yeah. They needed a non-believer to make the believers believe. Okay, we are gonna stop here, which I actually am very excited to see where this is gonna go. We're gonna stop here so my voice doesn't die. Today is Wednesday, so we don't stream on Thursdays. We'll be back on Friday. We'll go ahead and finish this off, so we're on OS 9 after. Short stream is over 2 hours! What are you talking about, man? What you yapping about? But we'll stop here. This one wasn't the one with... No, it wasn't. Okay. Also, am I gonna watch the live stream? It depends what time. Let me check it out really quickly. When is it? Should be 6 to 7 a.m. my time. I will probably watch it in the shower. That's probably what's gonna happen. Are you done with the story? No, I have these notes, but we will be back to it on Friday. So I'll watch it in my shower, maybe have some things in the background, maybe like see what I can or can't see. I am trying to go to bed earlier. Because, like, I need to get back into actually being awake during the day. I can get everything done in the evening, but at the same time, I think I need some sunlight. I'm already pale again. I need to at least get a little bit of tan. Maybe just watch after waking up. Yeah, if I have to, I'll watch after waking up. But, it's time. It's time to actually look like my people and not be Pelsikin. Read the leak? Gyaru Sin? Nah, I don't have the Gyaru style. It's gonna be like, it's not Gyaru tag, it's gonna be tan line tag. Nah, you do not want that. Oh god, I think I know what the leak is gonna be. I'm looking it up really quick. Let me see. Yeah, it's what I thought, yeah. I mean, I called it! Yeah, send it to me just to be safe, if that it is that. But I called it! I'm looking at the leak just because I thought it was something. That's so lame. I mean, I'm watching the, like, Chinese trailer. DM it just so that way people who don't want to... You know what? Put it in the game channel, but put it, like, split it as a spoiler. Here's the thing. Punchy, we know 6 months ahead of time what's going to be coming to the game. So it's not one of those, like, huge spoilers in relation to that. Plus, the art was there. And I'm going to call it. But anyway, we are going to end it here. I'll see you guys on Friday to finish off the event. As always, please don't forget to work out. Have a good sleep. Have a great morning. We'll be back on Friday. Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you, Punchy. And with that, I say goodnight. Wee 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 wee. Bye bye. Gotta work out and do it now. There's no forgetting. It's just making up for it. Go, 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 go.